we have chess gambit, which is known as king's gambit. We are gonna talk about it and other things, and we are gonna answer our mostly other questions also, which is we are gonna first give overview on king's gambit, then how you can reach the king's gambit, and how you can, if you have someone has accepted king's gambit, and how you can move it forward. So the king's gambit has four variations. Well, yes, you can say it is four types of variation you can play while playing a king's gambit. It always starts with the king's pawn, just like you have played with the last time we discussed about the queen's gambit, in which we move the two steps by the queen's pawn. But today's in king gambit we are gonna move with king's pawn, and we're gonna with move it to two, jump it to two. Now let's to our lesson. Okay, so let's say this is our king, and let's start with first variation, which is queen's gambit accepted. If someone accepts, as you know, the gambit is where you sacrifice your piece to get an advantage to control of the center. So let's move. Let's say we move e to 2 points, e4. The black has to play like this. If we play e4, then he moves and control this with e pawn, but what if he makes another move like this? Then we can just simply take it, and it won't be a it will be a Scandinavian defense, but it won't be a king's gambit. So we move like this, he goes this, and now in order to get control of the center of e5, we have to deflect the e5 pawn. So we can promote our next pawn, which is on d2, which can we can move further. So in the next move of, so we will have the e5 and d5, we will have control of this and most center skirt, and then we can promote our pieces. So let's move to the next move. The first move was e4 e5. Now the white plays f5 f4, sorry, he plays the f4, offering this pawn for this, and if the black takes with this one, then this variation will be got queen's gambit accepted. As you can see, black has captured. Now the black's pawn has moved. Now we can just simply play our another pawn, which is which then we will have the more control towards center, and in the next move, if we can take this with our bishop like this, but it is his move, so he can just go here, and if it tries to capture our pawn, we can just simply move it here. Now we are discussing king on r. If we don't, then he can just go here, and we can there is another move, we cannot take this pawn or and on person with this, so because it's pinned to the king, so we just play like this, we go like this, nothing bad about this. And if he moves here, we can just capture with the queen, or we can use the pawn, and but if we capture this pawn, then we will just open our king side, so we can then in next few moves, if we can try to castle on the queen side. So let's say if this was king's gambit accepted, and let's move back to our basics, which is queen's gambit decline. Just like queen's gambit, if we move like this, he moves like this, and we offer him a pawn. And what does the black does? Black does not care about our, does not fall for our gambit, and so he just moves his pawn like this, and now it will be a queen. king gambit declined. So now we can, what can you do? You can just keep this pawn here in case in the future if he in the next move he takes, or if he does not take yet, you can just go with here with knight here, or just open up this file. Then he moves queen here, you go here, and the next one you are opening a file and developing pieces. You go like this, you went out like this. If he takes, you can take it, and you are also protecting me from getting here. In the next few moves you will have the some better position, and now you can play. If he moves like this threatening our queen, then you can go with, then you will have a lot of variation after you play queen here. But there are two other variations too. Queen, what if the queen gambit is accepted and it has a Fisher defense? Okay, let's just say we move here. It's a third variation, and we're going to talk about Fisher defense. Fisher was a great chess player. And now we move from here. He accepts our pawn. So he fell into the trap. Now what does he does? He takes, and then the black takes, and he moves. If he moves his e5 pawn, we are at least this time e5 is protecting. Now what if he play like this? Next move, if we say we played knight, and then what if black plays like this, trying to capture this pawn off? But if he does not capture this pawn, then we can capture it. Then we will be on the disadvantage. Actually, it won't be disadvantage as we both have sacrificed pieces, but we won't get anything with this if he can just simply take it with his queen the next move. So we haven't achieved from this, and we messed up, and his queen will be in a dominant position. So he goes like he is threatening our, and now as you can see, we have knight here, and we can just simply go here protecting this pawn e5 pawn with this knight f3. And now in the next move he can just simply go like this, and it depends on you. You can just take it and avoid checks in the next few upcoming moves. He can give you checks right away with this, actually with this. So if he moves, then it will be a check in the next move, of course, your time. And now the fourth and final variation we are gonna talk about in king's gambit is queen chess gambit accepted bishop's variation. Okay, let's move to our next variation, which is knight e4, knight king pawn e5, then a regular just our general move. And let's see if he plays, he accepts the gambit. So what does the white does? White just plays like this to protecting his pawn. He can now further enter in his territory. If he moves like this, we can just simply here, and he can gain some advantage, threatening his pawn in the next move. Or he can simply this pawn, we can just play here and threatening this pawn pawn with the bishop. So this is our fourth variation. We have, when in queen chess king's game, it always opens with the queen's pawn, and actually first two moves are important. like you just you played the move like e5, e4, e5, and f4. So you give him a pawn, and in the future games he's gonna you will lose the center, and you can have your game. So that's all for the King's Gambit today, and we will see you in the next video.